Okay, so for this video, we're going to be measuring the range of motion of subtalar eversion. So for subtalar, you want the patient to be in prone. So for this, you're gonna put your axis of rotation on the posterior subtalar joint. You're going to have the stabilization arm or stationary arm going the posterior midline of the gastroc. And then you're going to have the distal or moving arm on the posterior midline of the calcaneus. So for this, you preferably want your patient's ankle to be off of the table, but I don't have a plinth at home. So for this, we're gonna want their ankle to be hanging off. You can do it slightly. So for this, stationary arm, midline of the gastroc, we want that axis of rotation midline, and then distal arm, midline of the calcaneus. So we have talar crural joint, posterior midline of the calcaneus, and gastroc. And for this, you're going to feel a firm end feel, and you are also going to want to guard against any sort of lateral or medial rotation of the hip or knee, so you don't want to see that lower leg move and compensate. So you're going to stabilize in the ipsilateral distal tibia and fibula. So go ahead and bring this out. There we go. Hold that right there. Okay. And we've got about 10 degrees of range of motion. Again, the normal is going to be about 5 to 10 degrees. All right, so for this, we're going to be doing the muscle length test for the gastroc. So for this, you want your patient in a lunge position. So Mike, what I'm gonna have you do is go ahead and bend this front leg and then keep this back leg straight for me. And you want to measure right up to the point where this heel is about to come off the floor. So keep that knee straight, and we want to guard against any sort of inversion or eversion of the ankle. So we want to make sure they're exactly parallel with that lower and upper leg. So for this, you want the stationary arm to be in the lateral midline of the fibula up to the lateral epicondyle, and we want the axis of rotation on the lateral malleolus, and the distal or movement arm on the or parallel to the fifth metatarsal. So for this, just stay right there. I'm gonna go ahead and line this up. Okay. So for this, we've got about 24 degrees of range of motion for the gastroc muscle length test.